Pine Ridge Farm. It's been a part of my whole entire life because it was my grandparents' farm. So I grew up sharing many special memories here, and when my grandmother became ill, we took care of her. And one morning she woke up and she took my hand in this very beautiful moment, and she said, "I had a dream that you and Danny bought the farm and had beautiful parties here." So that moment just spoke to my heart. And when I was a little girl, she used to always say, "You're going to be the captain of the Love Boat," which I thought was so funny. So when my husband and I purchased the farm, we really wanted to preserve the history of the farm. So I feel like Pine Ridge Farm has been a really beautiful, faithful journey where we just started making decisions very early on as a married couple of what we wanted to do here and how we were going to reach our goals. So my grandparents purchased the farm in 1949, and there's a picture of the barn when they purchased it, and the barn was old then. It was an old white barn then. The things that we offer are this 2-story, historical, restored bank barn. And we've tried to preserve it to its truest form. So we really tried to be authentic in the restoration project, which I think my brides appreciate. They seem to love that, and the guests are walking around looking at how the construction of the barn is put together and the hand-hewn logs, and so we really tried to preserve that sense of history. It is a 2-story venue with restrooms to modern day standards. It is handicap accessible for your guests. We have our indoor and outdoor ceremony spaces, so if there were to be inclement weather, we have beautiful indoor options. We can accommodate up to 200, but we're really not trying to be a huge venue. We really want to pay attention to that detail and provide a service to the couples that want to share it with us. We are a little bit different than a lot of venues in that we provide farmhouse tables, and they're beautiful. They don't require linens, and I think they set the tone for the space to just be either very elegant or just very comfortable, chairs, tables, antiques, props, whiskey barrels, that's a big favorite, doors, old doors, those are favorites, old chicken baskets, just anything you can imagine. And what we want to do is just provide just ease for the bride and groom and their families, that they can come in and we're not trying to nickel and dime them, and it's one lump sum for all of it. We're not renting the antiques or renting the tables. Everything is included. You don't realize it. I think the average brides are picking their venues 15 to 19 months in advance. Know what you're looking for and know what's going to affect you that day. If you are the bride that cannot handle change and cannot be flexible if a rainstorm is to blow in, then you might need to check yourself before you pick a space that you may not find an indoor ceremony. You know what I mean? So, but I think about what they want to create for their day, kind of think about their budget, and then go and see the spaces. And I think once you see a space and get to ask the questions that are important to you and your fiance, then you kind of get a sense for where you need to be. First and foremost is remember what it's all about, just the relationship between you and your husband to be, and the love around that day, and try not to get stressed on details. I've seen couples come through our venue for $12.50 a plate. I've had a couple come through our venue for $180 a plate. And the point that I say is, you know what you can afford, and you know that no matter what you do, people are going to leave happy, because those are the people that love you irregardless. You're surrounding yourself by the people that love you, so try not to get stressed about all the details, because really just the beauty of that day is the intimate details that you and your fiance share with your guests. It's here and then it's gone, and then I think forever you should always reflect through your videos or your photos on the way that you felt that day. Right, my husband and I are coming up on our 20th anniversary, and we still look back and can remember everything about our wedding. Even our friend Anthony eating cake out of his pocket.
That sounds like a fun tradition.
So, but look, I think it's just something that you want to look back on your whole marriage and just remember the joy. I would just encourage you to go see it, because I think that being here is very different than looking at pictures on social media. I love to see people share one of the most important days of their life at our home is joyful.